Oh boy, we are back, aren't we? How's it going, everybody? Um, Ignore the queue menu pop-up thing in the middle there. I don't know how to just get rid of it, we are back. I apologize for not coming here last week. I know I probably should have. The bazaar was here. It might still be there. I'm not sure. I doubt it. Um, and I there was a whole thing that went on. Um, I'll I'll tell you in a minute. I'm gonna just send out alerts real fast, and then um we'll get to what's been going on. But just give me a few minutes, and once alerts are sent out, I'll be able to tell what happened. I think I'm good as far as sending out alerts. For some reason, my iPad's not letting me view the stream, so I can't see the chat right now. Just give me another couple minutes to figure this out. I'm gonna try resetting it. I mainly do this with my iPad because I don't have a second monitor. If I did, I could view the stream chat on one side and play the game on the other, but I only have a laptop. So I can't do both. weird. I wonder why it's not letting me view it. Okay, there we go. Found the workaround. All right, hey guys, I can see the chat now. So couple of things. First things first. What happened last week? Because I had to cancel last week's stream and even push this one to today instead of yesterday. It has been absolutely crazy. And this is real life time, not Isla time. This is real life time. Last week, Friday, I woke up to a leak in my apartment, and it was so bad that I turned around and I saw a giant wet spot on my wall that wasn't there before. And I was thinking, okay, a leak must have just happened last night because if it was steadily going and it was in that spot, I would have seen it a lot sooner because the last leak was in my closet, which we only knew right away only because we were just moving in, so we were looking around. This time I wouldn't have seen it in a while because I don't look in that corner anymore in my closet because the last leak was fixed. So I called maintenance, and luckily they were there very quickly. They came between 9 and 10 a.m. and I found the leak. I first called about the leak at around, like, I want to say 8:30. So they responded pretty quickly and looked at everything, looked at the damage, and there was a weird spot on my ceiling above my shower. So, but I wasn't sure that it was connected in any way because it looked almost like a spot of just old paint that was there. So I wasn't 100% sure about that one. I looked inside the AC closet because my bedroom wall in the spot where the leak was shares the wall with my AC closet. So I looked in there, and I usually hesitate to look in there because there have been bugs coming out of there. So I have sticky glue traps on the floor in there. Now they're fresh ones, but I had to be careful because I wasn't sure if there were like any more that were still alive in the closet, any bugs that were still alive on the traps. Thank God they were dead. But I wanted to be careful, and I looked at the wall, and it was so huge, but the problem was it was behind pipes. So I needed to get, of course, somebody who had expertise in this. And I'll tell you what happened with the last leak because it's kind of connected to this one. My upstairs neighbor that used to live above me, he took horrible care of his apartment up there and had lived there for 4 years. Um, to the point where the leak the first leak happened before I even moved in. So it must have been happening for a while. And for 4 months, it was a problem and mold grew on my wall. So we had to figure it out. And they were being kind of passive about it most of the time. But thankfully, the maintenance guy that I relied on was documenting it as it was going along. So he made sure to keep track of it all. And eventually, like, I moved here in January. April, he goes up there and finally finds where the leak was. It came from the guy's AC unit upstairs. Because he took horrible care of it, and it had been 4 years, even my mom was looking at it, and she couldn't even describe to me what the condition was because the maintenance guy did take a picture and show her. He didn't show me because I was still inside and they were talking outside of the parking lot. Apparently, it was all filled with just this nasty brown and white stuff to the brim, to the point where it completely clogged the pipes, forcing it to burst and leak. So they had to replace his entire AC unit. But thankfully, after they did that, the leak stopped. And um, they put fresh paint on my wall. They removed the moldy drywall and the plank of wood inside the wall that was covered in mold. They removed that and then painted over the wall. The thing that kind of sucks though is that they never sanded the wall, so it's a popcorn wall that's supposed to have a shelf on it. And even I tried to put the shelf back up, it doesn't fit. but I kind of left it at that because at least there's no mold. This time, another leak happened, and um, the guy came back, and he kept going up and down. And the difference this time, aside from where it was that upstairs the guy doesn't live there anymore. It's a completely new resident that lives up there. So I kind of feel bad because this is his mess that both of us have to deal with. Um, I feel the frustration. My apartment has also had so many issues. First week, we had maintenance almost every day. I don't get what it is with apartment complexes that do this. My boyfriend has had this issue. I have a friend who used to live in the okay. I have a friend who used to live in the apartment complex right next to mine, and they also have had like maintenance issues to the point where like ants keep coming up in their shower or in their bathtub, just like coming in through the drain. Sometimes they would wake up with ants all over their body in the bed. It's nasty. And most of it is fine. It's just like little things that they just don't do. And the thing about mold and stuff is that they're so passive about it in most complexes, it's horrible. And even here they're very passive about it. They even cut a hole in my bedroom wall to figure out where the leak was coming from. We did find where it was dripping, and my god, it was dripping so bad. Before they even cut the wall down, I think, yeah, before they cut the wall down, they cut the hole in the wall, they were in here as it was getting worse because there's a tiny vent right next to where that wet spot was, and water was starting to drip out of that vent into my carpet. So I took a video of it and I caught it in a garbage pail and even got my second garbage pail ready to catch the water. Thankfully, we didn't have to like dry out the water, even though it was a little bit wet. Thankfully, it had just started, so we didn't need to take any major actions. It dried by itself pretty quickly. And back and forth, back and forth. They couldn't find any of it. And what's funny is that the maintenance guy kept saying, I hate water because water is always the worst thing to work with when you're in maintenance because it travels, so you can never find the source. It's so hard. And up and down, they couldn't find any source. So he called a plumber. Hold on, I see your comment. What did it say? I got locked in my laundry room. My roommates, who thank God was home and awake, had to come and let me out. I want to know how you got locked in the laundry room. Please let me know. um, but in any case, so he called a plumber and he was like, I'm gonna try and see if I can get him here even after hours, but I can't guarantee anything. After a bit, he comes back in here and says, thankfully the plumber's gonna be here in 20 minutes. I was like, yes. So the plumber came very quickly, and even he couldn't figure it out as much, and even he was coming in back and forth. So what they decided to do was turn off the water to the whole building, because the water comes into a certain unit underneath the building that then splits into two pipes that goes into both sides of the building. Um, and in each building, there are, in each apartment, there's another two set of pipes that come from the pipe that delivers the water. And one water pipe is the cold water that just delivers the water into the apartment generally. And another pipe goes into the water heater. And whatever was going on was connected to the water heater in the apartment above me. But as much as we knew that, we couldn't find it. They couldn't find it. I wasn't really investigating as much. I have no expertise. But in any case, they couldn't find it, so they decided to turn off the water to the building in order to remove and replace the water heater upstairs in their apartment. And thankfully, they were able to do this super quickly, because they have extra AC units and water heaters on deck in case anything like this happens. They're able to just replace it, and they did the work upstairs. And we're gonna just ignore the champ. I saw that. They did the work upstairs, and the maintenance guy came back down to me and said, it was fixed and the water was back on. So I asked him what happened, and he said that it was absolutely connected to the guy that didn't take care of his apartment because not only was the AC unit absolute garbage, it turned out the water heater was in horrible shape as well. The entire bottom half of that massive container was completely rusted. And when they went to lift it, to pick it up off the floor to be able to get it out, the entire bottom part, the whole bottom circle at the base of the container just detached and went to the floor. And when it did that, they found the source of the leak. Apparently, it had built up in that rusted spot for so long that in a little divot in the very center, it poked out and created a hole where the water completely leaked out and traveled down to me. And thankfully, the person below me doesn't have an issue because it didn't reach them yet. It just hit me so far. So we caught it before it was able to reach him downstairs. And um, so they took out the bottom part, and I think a creepy thing happened right after. I see your comment. I'm gonna get to it in a minute because I'm almost done. Well, I'm almost done. I don't know what happened. I don't know who knocked on my door, but I absolutely heard a knock on my door. I don't know who it was. I absolutely heard like an actual person knock on the door. So I was like, oh, the maintenance guy must be coming back to give me an update because I had locked the door after they said that everything was done. So I went over there. I looked through the peephole. There was nobody there, and I thought, okay, I guess it must be somebody who I can't see because the peephole doesn't have a huge range. Um, I looked outside. There was nobody there at all, but the maintenance guys were coming down from upstairs with the broken water heater. And when I saw that thing, I gotta tell you, I even saw it leaving a trail of rust behind. I saw them drag it down the stairs. Every step, rust was flaking off. It left a trail as they were dragging it out to the golf cart in the parking lot. It was nasty. Like, I can't believe that you let something get to that condition. And now I'm here. I even took pictures myself. And the next day I realized because they left the holes open, they didn't cover it up. They didn't cover anything up. They just left it there, and the maintenance guy said, "I'm going to schedule for the drywall so that we can get your house, so that we can get the apartment fixed up." While I believe that, I was also telling him, "What about the wet spot in the closet? Because we got to get that fixed up before any mold grows." And he couldn't get a dehumidifier in that part of the closet because it's so tight. And I even told him, I want you to cut that part out. Problem is, there's two major pipes there. One of them goes straight to the AC unit, and another one is a water pipe that travels down the building. And the water pipe is so old because the complex itself is old buildings. So the pipe itself is just as old, even corroding it a little bit. So if they were to try and cut that part of wall out, they would have to be super careful. One tiny accident in accidentally damaging that pipe, even just a little bit, could be a major problem. So he said that he's going to ask the drywall people if it's possible and will they do it. My fingers are crossed for both. But because he can't get a huge dehumidifier in here, he left a huge blower in here to blow dry the wall, even if it's not dehumidifying it. And the white noise was nice, but I couldn't enjoy my living room because it was so loud. And it was also, I also started waking up with fatigue. So I looked at the hole and I realized there was green mold on the wall, on the back side of the wall in my AC closet. I see your Bork. Um, and I was looking at the pictures. I was like, was that there before? Because there's no way mold grows that fast. And it turns out it was there before. There is mold inside my walls, and that blower was blowing more spores into my bedroom, which was causing fatigue. So I bleached what I could see, and I bleached all around it as well, and killed off that mold. But the problem is, there's more mold inside that wall that I can't reach. So even after I turned off the blower and even covered the hole with a garbage bag, I'm still feeling fatigue. So I'm gonna have to reach out to him tomorrow and see, one, when he's gonna take back the blower because he never did, and two, when are they gonna fix the drywall, and three, can they cut that water part out because mold would, because it's the wall is dry but the water spot is still there, so it's definitely water damaged, which is a breeding ground for mold even when dry. So I gotta get it out at some point. And if they're still just gonna be passive, I might just get an air purifier to at least help in my bedroom because I'm sick and tired of waking up with fatigue in my head. But that's what happened last week. I had to, I know that it was Friday and the stream was Saturday. The thing was that the blower was so loud, and I had to keep it on because the wall was still damp. Um, so it was super loud in here. I also had like a major headache from waking up to that in my apartment the day before. So just all the craziness, it just made me feel kind of down, and I was also busy trying to figure things out in here. So that's why I had to cancel it last week because I knew Sunday was still going to be loud. So I just decided not to do it. And I thought that last week was a good day to just it was an okay week to still not do it. One, because of the circumstances. Two, because it was only the bazaar, which I think might still be there, but I'm not 100% sure. We can double check if the bazaar is still there. I doubt it because today's supposed to be another celebration, but I can't say if it's still there. All I know was that the bazaar still didn't have any stalls with like tack or clothes or anything like it had before. It had more horse selections than usual, but it didn't have like any tack sets or anything. So, and it's horses that we could see anywhere. So I didn't see it as majorly important. Um, but this week I still wanted to go into here. Yesterday I was just a little bit sick. I barely could even get out of bed. I was actually in a lot of pain. But today I'm feeling so much better. So we're here to do it, and I thought that today was also a better day because not only are we celebrating a birthday celebration for the game, it's also Twin Apple's birthday. It was also Acacia Angel's birthday on Friday, and I meant to go in and get a picture, but I couldn't. One, I didn't have time, and two, I couldn't really get myself to my desk. So I'm here now, and you put in a comment. What were you gonna say? Because I asked you to follow up on the whole laundry room thing. Um, I went to do laundry, and there's no lock on the door. But when I closed the door because it was early in the morning, I guess it locked, and we could hear it lock when we closed the door from the outside. Did the door lock itself, or did they lock you in? That's my question. Um, oh, we also have a shared moment. Sure, I'll let you rest. I'll let you rest. I've been talking for a long time. So this week is supposed to be the first week of Star Stable's birthday celebration. Star Stable is 13 years old. This is insane. Star Stable Online is 13 years old. This is crazy. But I am skeptical. I'm mainly skeptical because in all the years before this, there used to be someone in this area over here. There's always a person at your stable that invites you to a birthday party, saying that there's something at the hub. And they would say, like, sometimes I would ask, like, whose birthday is it? And it would say, it's Star Stable's birthday. And at the birthday celebration, there's a ton of things to do, including audio tours, which I was also hoping to do today. But normally it would automatically come with, oh, the door locked itself. Wow. Well, at least they were able to get you out of there and you weren't stuck in there. Um, but anyway, so there's not only is there nobody here to invite me to a birthday party, I opened up my available quests, and normally there would be side quest to do here in relation to the party, and there's nothing there. So I was going to skip the training this morning, but I think we're just might as well go ahead and do it because I'm a little bit skeptical. Because after the Rainbow Festival, now I'm a little bit nervous and being like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I did see that the birthday horses came back. There was a 10th anniversary horse and a 12th anniversary horse that you could get, and I read that they were there. So after we do the daily training with the Soul Riders, I'm gonna read off the update today, and then we're gonna hit the road down to Moreland and see if we can find anything. I'm a little bit worried, but we're gonna keep our fingers crossed and hope that this birthday celebration is gonna be as special as the last time. I really hope it is. Alright, we're gonna start with Anne. I have a certain order in my head of the Soul Riders, so I'm gonna start with Anne. Let's open some portals again. Okay. I'm gonna keep an apple here. Hop on her. I saw an extra wall that wasn't there. Yep, there it is. Awesome. Never skip like day. And can I not click you? I wasn't close enough. That was odd. What'd you say? Also, I went to a football game with my roommates, and we both got sunburned really bad. Not fun. Yeah, I feel you there. Sunburn is not fun to deal with. Alright, Linda? Let's do it. Let's dispel deception. That was it? Sometimes there's a couple more statues. Oh, that's okay. There we go. Alright, Lisa. I'm gonna practice your healing skills, always. Okay, there's 3 of them here this time. Let's see if the weird things happen again. Because the last time that there was 3, it let me heal 2, and then there was one more that was just sitting there after it said conditions fulfilled, and I was like, huh, weird. Like, it just didn't let me do the 3rd one. Is it gonna let me do the 3rd one? No, it's not! There's a 3rd one sitting right there, and it's saying I'm done. I'm not done! Lisa? I guess she takes care of the last one. I guess that's fine. Oh yeah, I was about to make another announcement that one of the Star Stable artists, DJ Kai, released a new album. If you want to listen to it, you can. But it didn't seem Star Stable related, so I'm not really gonna talk about it. I didn't listen to it. But I guess if you guys are curious, you can. There's a Pokemon themed song in there somewhere. I go this way. I don't know. Oh, the Scarecrow. Come on. That means there's 2 outside the arena. Or the paddock, rather. We'll get those 2 after we make our rounds. Come on, Twin Apple. miss it? It's not on fire. These ones are on fire. I'm just gonna say it's done. I saw a wisp. I can't chase you right now. I'm back that way. There we go. Guess I can follow it. Where'd you go? Oh my god, it's right where the scarecrow is! How lucky. Come here. Gotcha. Whoop. I'm tripping. Right behind you, Scarecrow. You can't see a thing. Or you probably can, because I know you're possessed. Alright, Alex? Am I done dealing with creepy scarecrows? See you again soon. Perfect. Oh, look how close she is to leveling up! That's really close. Okay, I guess now I'm gonna stand next to Alex. Because we're right here. And there we go. Hey, Tin Can. So, first thing that came up was the next in Jorvik, I believe. Let me see if there was an next in Jorvik, because I know I spotted one. Yes, okay, we found it. Alright, so, the next in Jorvik roadmap goes from September 4th, which was earlier this week, until October 2nd. So we have 5 updates in here. September 4th says paddock props and more. Paddock props arrive at Paddock Island. Also, the beloved birthday horses from the previous years will take up permanent residence in Jorvik. Plus, take a look at our socials for your official SSO 13th birthday sweater. The air is so thick in there. Yeah, it is. I don't know why it is. So, I gotta be honest about this. The birthday horse is taking permanent residence in Jorvik, meaning that they're not going to be event exclusive anymore. That worries me. That tells me that they're kind of becoming lazy at this point. Because they're supposed to be special horses that you get once a year. This is just going to make it too easy to get very special horses that aren't going to be as valuable anymore if they're just going to always be there. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried now. Because like I said, there's no quest. There's nothing that prompts you to go to the celebration right now. So, I'm worried it's going to be another Rainbow Festival incident, but let's just see. September 11th says medieval. Hear ye, the age of Shipon Jorvik. Pledge your loyalty to one of 4 noble horses and prove your worth in the jousting arena to become a real Jorvesian knight. You'll need a mighty steed, so choose from new medieval coat variations for a knight. I'm guessing that means the Frisian? The jousting arena? I kind of want to know where that's going to be. That actually sounds cool to take part in some jousting. Sometimes I always forget about jousting when it comes to, like, horse activities. September 18th, more medieval. The Forgotten Fields provide new opportunities to embrace your medieval fantasies. Choose from 3 distinct medieval-themed paddock variations. My bad. Don the grab of a true knight with new medieval attire, and select from 2 additional noble coat variations to complete thine assemble. So, the event is going to the Forgotten Fields. That's very interesting. I'm excited to see that. September 25th says Dragon's Descent and stable customization. It's finally happening, guys! The thing that we've been talking about is finally coming! It says, while dragons are known for being mysterious and ancient creatures, the ones arriving in Jorvik are as charming as they are magical. Are they prepared to Are you prepared to welcome a new mystical new companion? Four dragon eggs have appeared hidden across the medieval arena. Faramar and Aldrak return. So that was a question that I had for Star Stable on Twitter before, which is what happened to the magical rotation. The magical rotation was sets of magical horse pairs that were showing up in Moreland, and every month a different magical horse would appear. Would go into would be able to be sold, would be available pretty much. But ever since but a few months before the whole Hollow Woods update, they stopped doing that, and they had Tynan and Phoebe as horses that you can just get, which I guess was fine, but that means that they stopped bringing in horses that you can only like hope to get. So that's actually the reason why I don't have the magical bunnies at this point for Ernest and Petra. I did unlock access to them at this point, so now I'm able to get them no problem when I have enough star coins. But the magical horse rotation I was kind of hoping for because I would be able to get the bunnies then. But now there's no magical horse rotation. When I asked them about it on Twitter, they did say that they had an extra plan now in place for it. So I'm guessing this is what they're doing. They're gonna have like newly themed stuff. And Aldrak and Faramar are Jorvik Frisian horses that look like dragons, which, as you saw from my Meet the Horses video. So, or stream rather. So it looks like Faramar and Aldrak are going to have permanent residence there. So when you unlock that area, you're always going to be able to get accessibility of them, which will be nice. Um, all the Horses of Jorvik race is going to come back on October 2nd. Also, I know I said stable customization. What I read about Aldrak and Faramar, that's it. That's all that's there. So, there's nothing to read, at least not yet, about the stable customization, but I guess we'll see. Horses of Jorvik, October 2nd. Guess who's back? Guillemor Gaia returns to Jorvik after a long break, ready to host an exciting Western-themed Horses of Jorvik race at Starshine Ranch. Well, that'll be refreshing. But yeah, so it looks like the entirety of September is going by with nothing birthday related. Paddock props arrive. Okay. I guess let's just see what today's update is and see what happens because I'm a little bit worried that the birthday celebration is not going to happen, which I honestly was really excited for, guys. I really wanted to like go into the celebration with you. There's so much we could explore about the birthday celebration, and it looks like it's just not going to happen, which I'm a little bit upset about. So Paddock Props and Old Friends is this week's update. Paddock Props and Paddock Props at Paddock Island. We've added a touch of excitement to Paddock Island by adding show jumping Paddock Props. Sorry, my reading is a little bit off today. Choose between 3 sets to enhance your training sessions, whether you're an experienced rider or just looking to add something new to your routine. The first set features a bounce jump line specially crafted for the Selle Francaise. I guess we can look at that. Which Jorvik Stables also has a bounce jump line because it's their unique gate, which is pretty nice. So that'll be cool. That's something that we can look at when we hop over there. I hear you guys. I hear you. It also says birthday sweater. Happy 13th birthday, Star Fam. While we won't be having our usual birthday festival, did someone say medieval? We couldn't go without the classic birthday sweater. So we're giving you a special redeem code for this year's exclusive sweater. Grab yours now and ride in style. use the code before September 18th. I guess I'll use it while we're sitting here um after we're done reading these because there's a little bit more. Birthday horses. Of course, we had to bring back our nostalgic birthday horses. The 10th anniversary Soul Steed is permanently in Jorvik. You can find it in Fort Penta for 600 star coins. And a very special American paint horse from last year's birthday is permanently available at Starshine Ranch for 850 star coins. They're saying they're not doing the birthday celebration this year. And they're making the birthday horses just available to everybody when they should only be available this time of year. That's what made them special, is that they only came around once a year. I'm excited that people are going to be able to get such cool horses. I'm upset that this is what's happening this year. There's no birthday party. That means that there's nothing fun to do. There were birthday races and everything. There was a birthday cake to make. There was so much good stuff. All for nothing this year. Well, I guess 13 is an unlucky number for a reason, right, guys? Coming next week. Hear ye, the marvels of the medieval are soon upon us. Have a great week. Love from your Star Stable team. I guess we can go look at the horses since we're close by, and then we'll go over to Paddock Island. But first I gotta do something real fast. I'm gonna log into my account on the website and use the code. I'm also gonna put the code in this chat so that you're able to see it. Let me just quickly do my thing in here. Perfect. Redeem code. Okay. So, for anybody watching, this is the redeem code here. Oh. Whoops. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it on screen for a moment. So, just because I can't send it. I don't know why I can't send it, but it's pretty much just 13th B Day. So, so if you want the birthday sweater, you just gotta enter in this code before September 18th, and you'll have the birthday sweater. I'm gonna redeem it now. I copied and pasted it. Code was redeemed. And I got it. Perfect. Hello, Isla. Here comes a present for you. Best regards, Star Stable team. Alright. I got the sweater. I guess I can wear it today. I'm not super happy about what we're... Okay. It's green. Is there anything on the back? Oh. Yes, but my hair's in the way. Is that just a star? I gotta position it. Hold on. There we go. This'll help. There we go. Oh, it says 13 under there. That's cool. The last birthday outfit was actually a lot more detailed. It was a jean jacket that had, like, the miscreants on it. It had a birthday cake. It had Star Stable on it. I guess I'll wear this for today, but it does, again, feel a little bit lazy. I don't know what Star Stable is doing. Well, actually, I do know what they're doing. They're making a series in their actual office. Like, they're making a live-action video series on their Instagram. At least from what I can see, it's on their Instagram. So, I don't know if that's where they're putting all their time in. Like, they substituted time for the actual birthday for a live action thing. on their Instagram. I don't know. Hello. I see a hello in the chat. We're doing a very lazy birthday celebration this year because they are putting their time and energy into something else, and I don't know why. But I guess since we're here, we're gonna do things one step at a time. And this is the new birthday sweater. I put the code in earlier. If you want to see what the code is, if you play Star Stable, go back and see that code. And as long as you put it in before September 18th, like I said before, you'll be dandy. Okay, so I guess the first thing we're gonna do is go to Starshine Ranch and look at the American paint that you can get for the 12th anniversary. And I guess this year it's gonna be a permanent resident, I guess, or a permanent addition, I guess. Resident. I'm still stuck on my whole week story. It's gonna be a permanent addition for the game. This kind of makes me wonder if they're gonna do the same thing for the Equestrian Festival horses, because there's exclusive coat variations of certain horses for the Equestrian Festival. I'm wondering if they're also going to make them permanent. Which also worries me, because what's special about those coat variations is that you only get them once a year, like I said before. And now that these horses aren't going to be once a year things, they're not really going to be as special. They're just going to be like special, like, oh, that's cool. Hey, there's the birthday horse. Let's go get it before it's gone. And now there's no get it before it's gone. It's always going to be here. So people aren't going to feel rushed to, or feel motivated to really get the variation. Oh, whoa. Looks like collecting Firefly has helped us out, birthday girl. Let's get your stats up. Yay! Good girl. Oh, we also have a shared moment. What's this? I know I've been talking forever at this point. I'm so sorry you're bored. We're gonna go for a walk to mix things up. Today is gonna be a little bit boring, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Twin Apple. I wish I could make your birthday more special. I wanted us to have cake. I wonder if that means that the bazaar is still there. I guess since we're gonna be passing that spot, we are gonna be able to see it. I'm actually a little bit frustrated about this. I wanted us to have chocolate cake. I wanted Twin Apple to get her own special cake. And there's nothing in that spot. I don't know what's going on. I guess the real reason would be the series that they're making, but I don't get what the excuse was for the Rainbow Festival, aside from the whole disco thing, which wasn't really that much of an excuse in the first place. Because they could have just released the whole disco thing at a different time and still made both super special. Because then they cut so much out. And then this year for the birthday celebration, they once again cut everything out. I'm a little bit mad. I was very hopeful today. I was even going to just get the... I was going to get the daily training done before the stream because I wanted us to, like, go right into, like, everything cool, but I guess we're not going to do that. Ah, there it is. It's not on the radar. There's one up here. There we go. I'm still working on the druid quests. Is there an animal up here? Nope. Alright, that's fine. Oh, there's an animal right there! Hello, little guy. Come on, follow me. Alright, you're not that far. Right over here. Hello, Mary. Okay. Let's pop in here and see the new horse. Did they display it? Yep, yes they did. This is the birthday horse. This is for the 12th anniversary. Beautiful, isn't it? It's simply just a normal American paint horse, really. For the Soul Steed, they actually used the Jorvik Wild Horse model, but they gave it a different name because it was supposed to be a more special horse. I actually just realized something about this horse. There's a hidden heart right there on the bottom ankle. Right there. On the back ankle. That's pretty cute. I didn't see that before. That's a cute hidden mark. But again, this is just a normal American paint horse. There's nothing super special. I could just click to this one, which is Morning Moon. This is the one that I have. And it would literally be the exact same thing, just a rare snow color. Although it's not so rare anymore because they just made it super available. Well, that's that horse. So they said that the Soul Steed was at Fort Pinta. So I guess we're just gonna gallop there. And then we're gonna cut through Moorland and see if there's anything there or if the bazaar is still there. If the bazaar is still there, then we'll be able to look at the different horses that's there. I don't think it is. If I pull up my map, I don't see anything in that spot, but there's only one way to find out. I guess if I'm just saying that for no reason, and it already ended, and there was a date that had it end in the Bazaar update that I didn't read, I apologize. I'm being a little bit ignorant about it. There was no balloons, no streamers, no nothing. Normally, every single stable would be completely decked out with streamers and balloons and flags. Everything. And there's nothing here. Ah, yep, there it is. The Soul Steed. There it is. So, it does say pretty special things about the Soul Steed, which is pretty nice. Like, it just actually says how, like, mythical this horse is, which is really cool, but it's not so mythical anymore if you can just straight up get it, no matter what. But at least it's still a very special horse, and it is connected. It's very connected to what you're doing, because it's a soul steed, which is pretty much a term used by the characters to describe the horses that they ride. Like Tin Can, like Concord, like your starter horse. Your starter horse is technically supposed to be a soul steed. this is an actual soul steed breed, which means that it's actually super connected to Jorvik itself, as you can see by the markings on here. It has the 4 circles on its nose, so this horse is definitely descended from magical blood. But this... I'm gonna keep repeating myself if I say it again. And I really don't want to. But I guess now it's here at Fort Pinta. If anybody wants to claim it, it's gonna be here all year. Alright. I guess we're gonna cut through Moorland, like I said, on our way to Paddock Island. And see whether or not there is a bazaar. If there's not, we're just gonna carry on. If there is, we can at least stop and look at the horses that are there. Because, like I said, there's no tack or clothes or anything on sale at the bazaar like there should be. But there were more horse selections than usual. Yep, there's nothing here. Alright. Off we go then. I don't know why I went this way. Shit! I'm so stuck on Moorland. Just gonna yell at Thomas, be like, why did you take the bazaar away? It's alright. I know I'm passing a lot of ingredients right now. I'm not even interested in most of them anymore. I'm so disappointed. I almost wish the leak waited until this week. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. Because at least we would have had quite a bit of stuff to talk about last week. This week it's really like we had a whole lot of talking before and a whole lot of nothing. Alright, so this paddock now has prop sets. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. Okay. Okay, so they said the first prop set here was gonna have a set of jumps for the Salé Française. Let's see. Let's turn around. Oh, okay, I see what they mean. Alright. Okay, so it's these. I'm not riding a Salé Française. Twin Apple is a magical Pacifino, so she doesn't have the right gait for this. But it is a pretty cool gait. I guess the next time that I ride Void Wish, if you guys want to see me do that gate over these jumps or over the ones in Jorvik Stables, let me know. But I guess for the meantime, she can at least do these jumps. There we go. So she's still able to do something. She just can't use the other jumps. Oops. At least it didn't collapse. And I also see that there's some ground poles over here. Usually they're truck poles, so let's see if we can time it right. Okay, alright, not bad. We stepped through that first one, but it looked fine. Alright. Not too bad. I kind of like how this looks for Paddock Island. Okay, so we're going to turn this way. And well, I guess we have to turn towards the sign, don't we? Can't exactly change the sign with our tail. Okay, let's see what the bee looks like. Alright, we got some flowers. It's also not very much. I guess I'm so used to Lizzie just having so much with her races that this feels very small. Oh, okay. There's more as you ride around. This is kind of fun. You know what'd be really cool? Is making certain jump courses in here. If you guys do have any ideas for prop set courses that we could do with the horses, please let me know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Star Stable used to set up, like, once the prop sets were up, they used to actually do, like, little guides for, like, trails and jump course possibilities. So I don't know if they do those anymore. They haven't done them in, I want to say, months at the very least. So so if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Woo, we got some Grand Prix jumps in here. Nice. Oh, I love how this looks. Look at the butterfly one. These are actual Grand Prix jumps. Oh, I'm excited. I used to actually work in real life for a Grand Prix jumping trainer for both horses and riders. So this feels really, really good. Woo! See how expert these jumps are. Oh, wait. What does it say? It says the Jorvik Gazette. It even has mailboxes here. And for those of you who don't know, the Jorvik Gazette is the newspaper at Jarlaheim. So having a jump that says Jorvik Gazette, that's pretty cool. Does it say it on the backside? Yes, it does. Okay. Well, the mailboxes are also on this side, so I guess you're supposed to go that way. I went over it backwards. That's alright. Whee! Go over the butterfly. Alright, there's also a water jump here. That one's very high. There's these middle jumps. Hmm. I'm going through them backwards. It's like I'm trying to get a sense for that one. You can go either way. This one you have to go this way. This one you can go either way. This one you could go either way, but you're supposed to go from that side, from the entrance. This one either way. This one you're supposed to come from that side. This one you're supposed to come from that side. Butterfly is either way. This middle horseshoe jump is either way. That one you're supposed to come from that side. That water jump over there you can go from either way. Okay. So these are set up in a very specific way. It's so interesting because you would have to come up with jump courses that actually work with what these are. I remember when I had a club open. I still have that club, and now it's a private one. There used to be a jump course that I made everybody do, but the jumps that I had set up for the course, it was backwards. The some of the jumps were completely backwards. All right, so this is cool. Aside from this, guys, there really isn't anything more that's been added. But I guess since we're on the topic of prop sets, I guess we can go through to different areas that have paddock arenas like this and look at the different prop sets since we're on this topic. Now I'm a little bit interested. At least we can make today about something. And since we're so close to Jorvik Stables, we can always go look at that prop set, which also has that set of jumps that the Stelle Francis can do. I might also retitle this stream. If I'm gonna be honest, I might give it another title after we're done. Oh! There's a club practice! Oh, I feel kind of bad. I just kind of barged right in. Look at them go. Hold on, we're gonna go from the side and see what it looks like. I love seeing riders do this. Where they have certain routines set up and everything. It's so cool to see how much effort they put into it. My club was a hangout club. I know for a fact, guys, that I am going to open the club back up. When, I don't know. I do want to open up the club at some point. My schedule doesn't really allow for anything crazy every single day or constantly. I can make it to where it can be a weekly thing where we have something going on for the live streams, which would be great. It sounds like a great idea. As for what we're gonna do, I don't know. I do want to get this channel up in numbers in order for that to happen. So if you guys would help me out a little bit, give this a like, share the streams if you can, with especially with other Star Stable players. I would really, really love for that to happen. That way I can open the club back up and we'll be able to get more people involved, especially when it comes to just random activities or with activities that you guys suggest. I want to get you guys involved in this as much as possible. And it'll definitely cushion us to when there's a disappointment like today's birthday celebration. As disappointing as the fact that this is still there. The frickin' tornado. Ugh. Oh, there's somebody running around with a Frisian in there. Oh, they're doing a race. I'm a little bit nervous. These three are still in there. And I want to look at the prop sets. Well, I know you guys can't hear me, but I deeply apologize for coming in on your club time. I'm gonna just go in here. Don't mind me. Problem is they're over there, and I'm gonna have to go over there. But this is the sign for this. Alright, let's go with A. Confirm. Okay. They're gonna be standing in the middle of it, but that's alright. This is the bounce gate jumps that were set up for the LA Frances, which are pretty cool. It's pretty cool to go over, even if you can't time it right. There are all these ground poles that would be great for training. There's the cross rails, there's the cavalettis. Cavalettis are pretty much like these super low jumps. I've gone over cavalettis so much in real life. These circle poles are actually a lot of fun in real life. I watched someone ride through them before. It's pretty cool. I also went through those on the wrong direction. What I mean by that is that Twin Apple was on the wrong lead, so if I go into a canter, you can see that she has a left lead. I was turning the right way in the right direction, so comfortably she should be able. She's set up to turn like this. And horses on the wrong lead can turn like this, but as you can see, it's a little bit weird. That's pretty much what I mean by a lead. I'm a little bit hesitant to go over these cross rails, but I guess we're just gonna go for it. Oh, look at that! There's also a corner jump. Alright, so I guess we're supposed to go over the cavalettis here. I'm getting in the way of everything they're doing. I'm so sorry. And going over this corner jump. Okay, they're regrouping, I think. I think they're trying to get out of the way. I think they see what I can see. They were taking pictures. Since they're out of the way of the ground poles, I guess we can look at these. Whoa! I didn't mean to... Twin Apple! You gotta calm down. So these are a cool pole setup. I guess since this is kind of themed more to just... I want to say Grand Prix jumping, but it's really just jumping, I think, in my eyes. I'm not an expert, so I'm gonna have to ask somebody. I'm gonna take pictures of these and send them to somebody. I'm gonna send them to the lady at the stable that I worked at and see if she can tell me anything more about the setup of these ground poles. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you set B. Alright, here it is. Turn around. Okay, I haven't seen these prop sets in a long time, so I'm a little bit rusty on these. I think Starshine Ranch also has some prop sets now, but we're gonna go from west to east. So we're gonna go from the stables here, and we're just gonna go that way, just to keep it consistent. All right. So I guess these jumps can go either way. It's kind of how they're set up. None of them are too wide. Oh, there's a water jump there. So I guess... Oof. That's a big jump. This is also a jump, I believe. And somehow, some way, supposed to go over that water jump. I'm sorry. They came in. I felt bad. This water jump looks pretty wide. I think she can do it. Come on. See that? You hear that splash? That would be a point deduction. It doesn't matter. That would be a point deduction. Alright. And then this jump is no problem. It looks like these jumps could be any way that you really want. Because there's no, like, forward, backward on this set. There's no forward, backward on the other set either. But that one's mainly just ground pole set up in a certain way. Let's see. What about C? These are Grand Prix jumps again. Awesome. Alright, so... Again, these look like they're set up in a certain direction. So... This double jump, you're meant to go that way. So let me go that way to show you. So they're set up this way. Very good. This bulldog jump, set up for either way. Is this set up for this way? Yes, it is. Okay. So that's set up for that direction. Ice cream, I think that one can be for any direction. This one is any direction. All these ones are any direction. Ah! I got stuck on the box. The rainbow jump is any direction. And it looks like the water jump is any direction. Okay. Oh, okay, so, alright, from looking at the ice cream one, it looks like we're supposed to be coming from the way that I went. Because sometimes there's ice cream on both sides, depending on the race that you're doing. But the ice cream is on that side, so whatever side the ice cream is on, that's the direction you're supposed to go. I really love Grand Prix sets. They get me so excited. Alright, so that's Jorvik Stables. Not too bad. Alright, so what would be next since we're over here? Forgotten Fields goes up. There really isn't anything down here. All of this is just hills and paths. This is forest. Even New Hillcrest doesn't have prop sets. Alright. Nothing down in Epona at all. I guess we're going to be going up to Golden Hills. So, just sit tight. I don't know what that was for. by the way, guys, while we're galloping from place to place, I know the sound is pretty relaxing, but if you have any topics that you want to talk about, be sure to put it in the chat. These are great opportunities to be able to interact with you, and I would love to get to know like how you're doing, what you've been up to lately, what you think of the game. If you have any questions about me or my horses, anything at all, just let me know. Alright, we're at Golden Leaf Stables. I think they have prop sets? Yes, they do. Okay, perfect. What is that? What is that? Is that just black leaves? Yes, I noticed it before. What's up, Twin Apple? Spooks a little like something in the distance. It's fall. It feels a little bit more spooky this month, doesn't it? Oh, don't worry. Everything's okay. You're a good girl. Okay, let's look and see what these are. Alright, not bad. Yeah, this definitely does seem like an anything goes, again, course. We're set up. Nothing Grand Prix. Just easy going. If I don't cut my corners too sharp. Not bad. Anything goes. I love it. Alright. Course B. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh! Okay, I really like this one. Because since I worked with jumping horses in real life, I know exactly what these poles are doing. They're setting up directions, so we're supposed to be going this way, and it's also helping to keep the horse aligned. Basically, the tighter the poles are, the more centered the horse knows to be. So, at least from what I could gather from when I set up the poles that way in real life. So this is pretty much a great way to show Twin Apple where to go. And then it automatically sets up this one. So those two jumps are immediately supposed to go in that direction. There's also two on the side here. That was not good. There's that. That one's fine. And that one's okay. The ones that are facing this way, this one and the one that I just went over, feels a little bit off, but I guess it's just because it's so close to the fence. But, I don't know. That's just me. Alright, course C. Autumn-themed jumps. How fitting. But it looks like these ones are also directional. This one can be anywhere. That one is also can be anywhere. This one can be anywhere. That one can be anywhere. That one can be anywhere. That one's anywhere. This one is this way. Oh, did I just knock it down? Yes, it did. That one goes towards the barn. And then this one here, this one is anywhere. This one goes away from the barn. Alright. By the way, I can always just, like, reset the poles. Just by clicking on the letter again. Or I guess clicking off of it now. There we go. And now that pole is automatically reset. So it's like we have a grounds person. Um, but yeah, looks like this one is nice too. And I love, can I just say for Golden Leaf, I love the brown and golden colors. This is perfect for this area. I love it. Is that one orange? It is orange. It's also perfect. Color scheme is awesome. But yeah, that's the prop sets for Golden Leaf. I guess what's next? Going out this way is Silverglade. Okay, so the Silverglade, the Overlook Chasm, I believe it is. The Overlook Chasm doesn't have any prop sets in it, which is kind of sad because it feels like that's the only one that's missing it now. Well, even South Hoof I don't think has any. So those two paddocks we can't do it in. But the Baroness's racetrack has an arena in the middle. That one does have prop sets, so I guess we can do that one next. On the way there, if you guys want to talk about anything, like I said, type it in the chat. If not, I guess enjoy some Gallop ASMR? I don't know. Oh, I just remembered. Okay, so at the riding arena, there's also there's also a club riding hall that's just like it. Not the uh not the side that's on this side of the riding arena with all the jumps in it. That one you can't rearrange. Those are jumps that are permanently set up for every course. Um, well, look around in it, but on the other side there's a dressage side that also does have more prop sets in it. On our way to the riding arena, we'll stop at the club riding hall, which does have more prop set stuff in it. But yeah, if these jumps look familiar, they should. On our random stuff, we've been going over these jumps in various courses. There's 3 different courses that we can do, and on streams and videos and stuff, there's always going to be the 3 courses that you can see over these. I'm not going to do them now because I do want to get to other prop set stuff, but there's always going to be those courses if you want to check them out for yourself. And then we can also set up our own courses with these jumps as well. Now we're just going to go next door. And in here, this is the prop set sign. It looks like we're just going to have the one side here in the club riding hall, there's the Western stuff as well, which we're also going to look at when we get there. But I guess while we're here, we can just look at these. This is just normal everyday jump sets with some ground poles, corner poles, all kinds of good stuff. I did do a routine with these before. Alright. Set B is just cones. I completely forgot about this. So these cones pretty much, they just mark center line. Pretty much is what they do. Actually, I should go in on the other side. Because A is always the entrance when it comes to dressage. So basically, you're just supposed to come in over here. And these cones are pretty much just supposed to be your guide to go up this way. And if you remember from the dressage routines that we did before at Jorvik Stables, this dressage arena is massive, and that's mainly just because... So this is X. That's mainly because this arena is not just dressage, it's also for jumping. It's pretty much also just for any routine that you and your clubs happen to do together. That's why there's so much space in here, because it's supposed to house so many horses. And as a fix to the whole dressage thing, when we go back over here and we go into set C, there is actually a normal sized dressage arena. So we're actually able to just do things the way we normally would at the right size. There's all of this that we're able to do. There's no gazebo for any judges, but the judges are off to the side, I guess. So, like I said, entrance is at A. Of course, it's not marked because it's on the wall. And you can always just come in and do this. I remember while I was riding, before my riding instructor passed away, she taught me a little dressage exercise called butterfly. Pretty much what that is that you go down... I know I passed X, but that was on purpose. You go down this way. I'm also gonna... You go down the side here. I'm also gonna hit control, because I'm gonna do a sitting trot. And once you get to B or E, you do a little half circle. Keep going down. Once you get to this corner, and you get to A, you're going to make a drop maneuver, turn back this way, and change direction. But we'll go over this again. For future club stuff, make another half circle. And once you get to the corner, you make another drop maneuver. And you just keep going back and forth. It's mainly just supposed to be a warm-up exercise for both you and the horse. Pretty much trying to get you up and running, and the horse kind of getting energized. I'm not going to continue from here. It also helps you because you're supposed to, like, twist your body to turn the horse, right? So this is also supposed to be another warm-up for you. We are going to stop at the Silverglade Village at the club riding hall. Since I'm still in my club, I'm going to be able to show you guys the western side of it. I do like the club riding hall for specifically club activities because it's actually a lot more private. Anybody else who uses that building is either going to go, is just going to go into their own club, or if they don't have a club, they're not going to go in at all. So it's very private to just you and your club, which is perfect. And I'm also going to show you guys this right here. The Overlook Chasm doesn't have any prop sets at all. And these are scoreboards. They're not actually prop sets in the slightest. I'm going to jump over this, otherwise I'll just bounce. So, all along the wall here, the rail, there's supposed to be that little sign to help you change the props. It's not over here. The scoreboards don't do that. They actually set you up to where you're able to set up the working equitations as races with either just your horse or with your friends, so that you're able to kind of race against each other. But it is your way to be able to redo the races without getting any XP. But yeah, we can't do too much in there because there isn't any prop sets. Actually, I think I'm just gonna cut through and go straight to the racetrack, and then I'll show you guys the western sets on our way to our next destination. I think that might be Moorland. Alright, let's jump right in. There were is supposed to be for this way. Forgive me for knocking that down. My bad. We're gonna go around because the purple jump is supposed to go the other way. It's a water jump, so the water is supposed to be behind the poles. That way. And then I'm gonna go around again because that corner jump is meant to go this way. As for direction, that's pretty much it. Everything else can just be whatever. Okay, for B, this doesn't look like much of anything. I honestly don't even know what this is for. It looks more like cross-country. Are these jumps? I guess so. This is honestly the only one that I'm clueless about. Oh, I see what it is! This prop set wasn't just for inside the arena! It was for around the track! Oh, it's the hedge jumps that you see during the championship! That makes so much more sense. I honestly didn't know that. I was always messing around with the first prop set, then I never did this one. So I just saw pretty much all of nothing inside the arena, and I thought that was it. Wah. Wah. Tight. I finished doing that as In It to Win It plays. That's perfect. Alright, that's cool. That was a pleasant surprise. Alright, let's see. Nothing on the racetrack. Oh! The dressage arena! How nice! And then the hedges are just for decoration, I'm seeing. Alright, well, we don't need to go over that again. Oh! There's a bench over here! Hold on, wait. Can you actually... Because there's a laptop here. Let's try it out. Oh, accidentally hit shift. Let's see. Can I saw it. I saw I had the option to sit. Ah, here it is. Can I pick different camera views? Great view of me. I wish I had a laptop that looked like this. Can you imagine this instead of Apple? Great view of me, again. Not of the arena, though. Again, not a great view of the arena. This is pretty much the only good view that you have of the arena. The rest of it is just you on the bench. Disappointed. Alright. Maybe not that disappointed. You can at least, when you're not having the spotlight on yourself, at least you can see the arena. Alright, so now I guess we're done here. I guess we'll head to Moorland, and along the way, we'll look at the Riding Club arena. And I guess while we're there, since we're on the topic, I will let you guys know what my plans were in terms of using that. Oh, in terms of using it. Oh yeah, Marley's Paddock. I think that one has prop sets too. Might as well see. Hi, Marley. Yes, he does have prop sets. Awesome. Alright. Wait here for just 1 second, guys. Sorry, I got a message. Okay. Prop set A. Okay, so this is set up pretty much exactly like Marley's Paddock race. So, knowing this paddock race helps you a lot. Because you already pretty much know these jumps inside and out. I can even copy the race right now without even needing to go to Marley. That's how simple this course is. And another lap, and that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. And we can also do whatever we want with these, but it's set up to be pretty much used that way. Alright. Choice B? Let's see. Okay. Alright, we got a little bit of Western here. Got some hay. Simple jump here. That one's a directional jump. Hold on, let me go over this one. This yellow one is a directional jump, because the second pole is higher. Hay jumps, I think, can be either direction. I think most of them can be. It's just the one yellow jump in the middle. Okay, not bad. Wait, were there flowers on that one on the other side? No, okay, so this is the only other one that's supposed to be directional then. The flowers are in the direction that you want to go. So it's supposed to go towards the barn. Interesting. Alright. Prop set C. Okay, yeah. You got a little bit, it's not quite Grand Prix, but, you know, we got some more stuff. I did see another directional jump in there, that purple one. Again, since the second pole is higher, you're supposed to go in a certain way. It's supposed to go this way. These are pretty nice. Not bad, Marley. I like it. Alright, moving on. They're short-lived. Okay, so here in Silverglade Village, this building over here is the Riding Club building. And the clock above it. What's funny is that the clock is supposed to be for every hour, so it's not 8 o'clock just yet. So the riding hall... Oh my god, my ice maker scared me. I don't know if you guys heard that. There's like a lot of crashing ice because I emptied the bin because it was getting too full. So this should look familiar. It's pretty much an exact copy of what we saw in the riding arena. Couple differences. This one has the club name above it. You can see mine is the Enchanted Stars community, and mine is pretty much supposed to be like incredibly inclusive and everything. I initially wanted this one to be able to have outside communication. I even made a Discord server for it. It is still open. However, it's not being used right now. I can always show the Discord server. All the people that used to be in the Discord server, in the club, are still there. So I would have to try and block out most of the names, but it's their Star Stable names. I'm not gonna use anybody's actual name in the club. I'm not gonna use anybody's actual, well, unless if you want to be addressed that way, I can use your name. But normally I would use your Star Stable name, especially when doing rank up tryouts. What I would do, was I tried to have certain routines for rank up tryouts, and I wanted to build up the club enough to where they were able to submit their own routines for rank up tryouts. I even had a binder set up for it and everything, but we only got to do 2. I was in the middle of setting up a 3rd one when my schedule literally just collapsed on me. So I couldn't go through with the 3rd one, and I even had to let everybody in the club go. And I really hate to do that. Now the only 3 people that are even welcomed into this building are me, my friend Chrissy, who you met when the Parisians were first updated, and my boyfriend. All of them are able to come in here. All of them are able to enjoy just riding together. I want to expand the club as much as I possibly can. I want anybody and everybody who loves horses to come into this club. I want to be able to teach people. I want to be able to learn from people. I want to have some fun. I want to, because the club is my club. I'm the leader. But the way that the club works is, I can just, there we go. So, the way that the club works is that you can see these different ranks here. People were supposed to get a good score in each tryout to move up from novice all the way up. And the only difference between mine and other ranks is that as you would go up, you would eventually go up to club leader. And once you were club leader, you would be able to submit your own like stuff. You'd be able to submit your own routines for rank up tryouts, and you would be able to compete in rank up tryouts if you wanted to. And it's not like a first place anything. It's a point system to where if you pass the tryout, you get to move up. If you pass the tryout as a club leader, I wanted to see if I could get that person a horse from that I would raise myself from the Star Stable Horses app, but that was back then. This is now. I guess I want them, even if I want them to compete. I don't know what I want that prize to be just yet. Um, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. But the only difference between most other clubs and this stuff is that the only rank that I never use, except for one specific circumstance, is Stable Girl. I don't really understand why this is one above Novice. I guess sometimes I can understand. But to me, Novice is, yes, the beginner, but you're into it and you're learning and you're you're still gonna move up. Stable Girl is, I own a horse, but I work in a barn. That's what you want to be known for, is that you work in a barn. You know what I mean? So, the only other person that is going to be my co-leader is Christy. I had to put her as club leader because that was the highest rank that I could give her aside from club owner. I can't really give it to her, so she's the first and foremost club leader. But even other club leaders have to go to her. Is pretty much what's going on because I built this club from the ground up with her, and unfortunately, alongside her, I had to let everybody else go. That's why she's the only other one here, aside from my boyfriend, who she was just like, yeah, of course he can stay. So this is pretty much just him, just because he's the closest one to me. Aside from that, I really want to include more people. But Stable Girl, the only circumstance where I would use Stable Girl is if that person is being a problem. Just to put it bluntly, I'm gonna use this rank here as a marker that that person is not doing good in the club in regards to how they treat other people. If there's a disagreement happening, I'm gonna try my best to make sure that uh, disagreement is resolved in the best way possible. I want to put our heads together. I want to see what everybody thinks. I want to get both sides, and I want to come to an agreement. If that works out, fine. But if there's somebody who's mistreating anybody in the club and I find out about it, of course I'm going to find out about it because you have to tell me if somebody is causing a problem. Um, that that person is going to be Stable Girl until further notice. That does not mean that for any rank up tryouts that person is banned from rank up tryouts. They can compete, but if they pass, they are not going to see their rank go up unless they are removed from Stable Girl, and that pretty much is redemption. So if they kind of fix their ways, they're like they apologize, they grow a little bit, they're actively trying to um, fix their mistakes or be better, then I will take them off Stable Girl and put them back at the rank that they were before Stable Girl. But if it just keeps going, then they're gonna still be Stable Girl. But if it keeps going long enough and or gets worse, then I'm gonna have to remove them from the club. And only in very rare circumstances, I think I would let them back in. But there's only going to be a second chance, and then that's it. Because my trust alone, even in real life, is very fragile. So for the club, it would also be pretty fragile. But aside from Stable Girl, if you're novice, when you rank up, you're going to be member. You're going to completely skip Stable Girl. But that's pretty much just club ranks. There's gonna be a calendar here. There was a whole thing for hide and seek that I would set up every week. I think I'm gonna remove that because I don't know if I'm gonna continue hide and seek. That's just gonna be up to the people who end up joining. Club settings. There's the club info. I'm also going to change this. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change the rules. I'm gonna see which ones I can include and which ones I can get rid of. And club settings is pretty much just if I want to disband the club, I'm not going to do that. Club mail. Okay, so if there's going to be any updates when the club is finally reopened, the subject is going to be here, the message is going to be here, and I'm going to be able to send it to everybody. Either that, or I'm going to send it to just the club leaders, and that's it. It's either going to be everybody or the club leaders. The one thing that I ask of everyone when the club does open back up is that you keep your mailbox open. And this is another reason why I wanted to make it outside communication with the Discord server is because I would be able to let people know your mailbox is full. It's pretty much supposed to be a second place where I would be able to send in updates on the game and the club itself, and we would also be celebrating birthdays of the horses or the members, pretty much everything. But I want this to be as realistic as a club as possible. Um, in regards to taking care of horses and as far as like friendship, I know it feels like a kids show, but I do want this to be very open arms. I want it to be very inclusive. I do want to grow the club back up again. The only problem is that with my given schedule, I won't be able to open it up with regular stuff. But at some point, if you guys want to, I can open it back up just to be able to ride together, but that's going to be your choice, at least at this point. But if my numbers go up on the channel, I might consider just doing it myself. Don't worry, we're not going to be riding for too much longer, Earl. We got another hour. I'll book you in for a massage. You've been cooped up in the stall for a while. But pretty much this sign is the exact same as we saw at the riding arena. This sign, of course, is brand new. This is all Western prop sets that we can do inside the club. This is pretty much those equitation obstacle course sets. This one, pretty much you turn a corner and everything. I can show you. Go this way. Pretty much that's all that's used for. Control. This right here is a bell where you ride under it. It's supposed to make a sound, but of course on here it doesn't. Some more ground poles. A bridge where you're able to go right over. More ground poles. This is a gate. You're supposed to go in through, I guess go in through those ground poles. Come in through the cones. These help to set you up. And then you go in here. Slow down a bit. And then turn here. Perfect. And then, of course, there's these cones here, where you're pretty much supposed to be doing some pole bending. Of course I do that. Man, I'm not good at demonstrations today. My gosh. Okay, but that's pretty much that one. Over here, I'm gonna change it to B. And this one is just barrel racing, which is pretty nice. This one's pretty cool. I did have a vision for this when I first had the club open. So I would like the thing that I imagined was that two people set up over here, and once I said go, they were able to do the barrel racing without crazy agility. And then there. And whoever crossed it first would be the one who would get the perfect point. But in any case. Alright. C is a pole bending race. You start at the cones. Just weave your way around. one. And go back to the codes. Something simple, something easy. But I guess let me know what you guys think about the club. As my numbers go up, I am going to revisit this and explain a little bit more about the club again. But until then, let me know what your thoughts are, and definitely let me know if you want to see the club come back. I absolutely do. I know my friend Chrissy absolutely does. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I guess our next prop set destination is going to be Moreland. So from here, we're just going to head straight there. It's not going to be a long ride. I would do the circus tent as well, but the only thing that's really there is just the rings of fire. Nothing really special we can set up in there, so we're gonna skip it. Oh wait, this is Steve's farm. Did Steve's farm have a prop set? It's like change of plans right here and there. Mechanics for role plays. Another thing I want to do with the club is I want to set up like role play sessions. What would that be? Alright, let's see. I think there is prop sets in here. Yes, okay. The Steve's farm does have prop sets. I promise that after these, we're gonna head down to Moreland. So, let's see. Prop set number A. Number A. Stay in school, kids. There's another dressage arena, so I guess we don't need to, have too much on this. Pretty normal. Ah, okay. Alright, more equitation, courses. This? Pole formation. My goodness, look at this. Ignore the other people riding, they're just not. Or they're doing a task. Very nice. That's pretty cool. I haven't looked at these in a long time. Alright. Going around the corner. It went around the corner when she goes. A circle set of poles. Super fun. Another bridge. By the way, now that we've seen a bunch of different sets, there's gonna be a lot of repeats that we've seen in previous sets, just arranged in different ways, to the point where the only unique thing that's reset. The only thing that's unique about each set is how everything is arranged. Alright. Let's see. Oh, cool. Alright, we got more jumps. These aren't exactly Grand Prix level, but not bad. Looks like somebody else also set up these jumps. Another few people are setting up these jumps. That way because this one's supposed to go that way. And this one doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter. That black jump does matter. We're gonna go around. Very nice. Very cool. Alright, Moreland time. Heads up. Whee! Probably could have crushed that frog. I don't know why it just zigzagged like that. Don't mind me. be a little bit laggy with everybody loading in. Alright. Moorland Stables. Gonna be a little bit of a blast from the past, because I tended to use these for the club's stuff. This is pretty nice. I do remember I was practicing like going in between these poles instead of over them. Pretty much how they're set up. And around the cones. Pretty simple. Pretty much just steering practice is all this course really is. And this is pretty cool. So this can go anywhere. This can go anywhere. Anytime that we see these, I remember the jump course that Star Stable like posted for this one. These technically can go anywhere, but looking at the poles, you're supposed to go that way. You're supposed to go in the direction of the poles. So pretty much this jump is supposed to go this way. But the way Star Stable had it, you can jump them in any direction. But I don't really like it that way. It seems kind of weird. Especially when the horse is supposed to be following the direction of the jump. It seems kind of odd to do this. Because they're landing on top of a pole, which is painful. Rather than just do this. You know what I mean? And this set is the one that I used for the entrance course into my club. I don't think I'm going to be using this jump set anymore. If people want to see it come back, I guess it's cool. I had the routine on my other channel, so I'm gonna have to look at it again. But at this point, now that I know the directions of jumps, I don't really feel like it. So I had people go backwards over jumps. So I guess if I wanted to use a different routine or do something else, I guess it's cool. But the reason I set it up over in Moorland in the first place was because everybody comes here. So my thinking was that if I set it up in a place where even non-star riders are, everybody was going to be able to participate in the club. Because of how inclusive I want it to be, I want non-star riders to be able to join the club as well. Because then they can participate in rank up tryouts that are happening in Moorland and other stuff as well. They can participate in maybe hide and seek sessions that we only have in Moorland or Fort Pinta or the Nelmers Highlands. They can participate in any role plays that happen to come over here. As long as it's in this area, I know that non-Star Rider members would be able to reach it, but most of it would be all over the map. It's pretty much what it is. But since this area is already familiar, it's pretty easy. So I just thought it was nice to do the entrance course here. But at this point, I might have to think of something else. I might have to... Part of me is thinking to make a course for Star Riders and one for non-Star Riders. And see what happens. Well, I guess for now, our next one is going to be at Starshine Ranch, because the only other paddocks that I can think of at this point are Starshine Ranch and this one. So I know Wildwoods does not have a prop set anywhere. Fort Pinta doesn't either. And I doubt Southhoof has prop sets at this point. If it does, I can always go back there, but at least for now, we're just gonna head to Starshine Ranch again. I know Firgrove doesn't have a paddock, so there's no prop sets to look at. But for the moment, we're just gonna look at those last two, and I definitely want to hear your thoughts on prop sets and if the club should come back. Ah, I was looking down. I didn't realize I was doing that. Texting while driving is bad, kids. Alright. Oh, sun is over here. So I know that we already looked into these once on the channel, but I think now is a good idea to go over them again, mainly because we still have a lot of time. To the point where, because of what we're doing, I don't even know if I'm going to make it all the way to the championship, because today was just so wonky that I don't even know if I'm in the mood to go all the way. Alright, so of course this is a western area, so we got some barrel racing here. Even a start line for the barrel racing, that's pretty cool. Perfect. We even have more pole bending over here. And a wall to separate the two, that's cool. Liza's having some fun. I just realized the horse is not going backwards. Is she stuck? Because normally with the spin like that, the horse would move backwards, but this one's staying put, and it's just constantly going. I don't know what happened, so we're just gonna ignore it. Nothing crazy here. We already went over barrel racing and pole bending in the riding hall. Oh, that's right. Okay, so there was one other thing that I wanted to go over in the riding hall when it comes to clubs and stuff. I think we're gonna finish off with that since we're already here. And I think it'll be a nice place to end the stream. Okay, so section B pretty much is just obstacle course riding. There's this part here, and then drop down. The poles, the really super wide water jump that's impossible to clear. I don't even know if you're supposed to clear it because you just can't. Another gate corner. Some more jumps, of course. That one's a directional one. That one's supposed to go that way. There's a wide corner here. Oh, you're supposed to canter through. There's a tire one. logs that you're supposed to stay in between. And a bell. Very nice. Nicely set up. I feel like we could do a lot with that. Alright, let's see. I almost ran into that. Okay, these are pole. Okay. Alright. More pole exercises. Since I don't know a lot about Western, I guess I would have to talk to somebody who rides Western regularly. Because since this is a Western area, the person that I know who teaches Grand Prix might not be able to tell me what these poles are set up for. Because they're set up in such a specific way. I mean, I guess I'll ask her anyway, but... Because these, I remember going over them when Chalkfire was learning Western, because these are new sets. Around that one. This one's a zigzag. I have no idea what this is. I don't know what that is. Is it a path? This is very tight. I think it is a path. I think she timed it right. She's walking over them. Okay. I was about to say perfectly. She stepped through that one, but I think I got the memo. Another corner there. Square here. Another zigzag over that way. I think this is just... If I'm right about this. Just zigzag, I guess. Figure 8. Is that what it's supposed to be? Yeah, I think that's exactly what this is supposed to be. Figure 8 poles. And then we have 2 more that's set up as a circle, which is cool. This, I have no idea what this is. I know I'm gonna be wrong here. I don't even know what that's supposed to be used for. It's raining outside. Alright, well, that's Starshine Ranch. Let's head over to Mistfall. The gate! Yeah! By the way, that's a hazard. Don't do that. Just smack your head on the bar above the gate. Ah, I'm not sure. I was looking down again. I thought the horse stopped for a second. right here for Mist Ball. My horse is a little bit twitchy. Okay. This is the first one. I haven't really gone through these in depth much, so this is very new to me as well. Some Cavalettis, some pulls, normal jumps. This is very interesting how this is set up. Really sure. This is definitely good for jumping practice. I'm gonna go over it in a weird way, but didn't see any other way to do it. Alright. Second one. Ooh, alright. Water jumps, another corner. We even got a huge stone jump here. Very nice. Oh, okay. We have another one of these path ones to go through. This one feels a little bit more like Western, which I kind of get because because when Mustangs were still Generation 2, they used to be sold in Mistfall before they became Western horses, and then sold in Furgrove for some odd reason. Got some normal pulls over here. Got some log jumps over there. A little, what's supposed to be a tarp, not a wall. But also this. I don't know what this is supposed to be for. Again, have to do some research. Alright, and then last one is over here. Alright, this seems more steering exercises again. There's one jump. And cones to go through like this, I guess. Let's not knock over a cone today. Perfect. I don't know what to make of this one. Alright guys, that's all the prop sets that are in the game, at least at this point, as far as I know. But to close it off, we're actually going to go back to the riding hall. Like I said before, there was something over there that I forgot to show you as part of the whole club thing. So, but I want to close it out with that. I want to close it out with that, because since I talked so much about the club today, I thought it's only fair to go back over there. And again, I am going to revisit this again when I have the opportunity to talk about the reopening of the club. And when I say reopening, I know I didn't have a club before I had this channel. I know I didn't have the club before on this channel, I should say. But before this channel, over a year ago, I definitely did have a club. And it made it to 2 years before I had to let everybody go. But I still have it, so that I didn't have to disband it or anything. All the members could still come back if they wanted to. However, I've fallen out of touch with most of them. The Discord server is still there, and those members are still there. But I might have to go back into the Discord server if everything is going to be back up and running, saying if they want to leave, they absolutely can. If not, it's going to get crazy in the server again. But of course, that means I'm gonna have to have a more consistent schedule again. and things can't happen on a daily basis. They're gonna have to happen on a weekly basis, um, which is gonna be just fine. I think is gonna be okay. I'm still gonna set it up to where it's also going to be streamed on Saturday. So I think Saturday is going to be like the major Star Stable day. And as far as clubs go, it's going to be the major club day as well. So it's going to all stay consistent. So everything is going to be good in the club. And depending on the comfort level of everybody in. That was an animal that I had to marry. The comfort level of everybody in the club, I am going to either just do streams where it's just my own voice, or I'm going to go into a voice chat in the Discord server and have everybody talk as well. But that's going to be on certain circumstances. I don't know yet. That I'm just spitballing out there. Again, it's going to be up to comfort level, and it's also going to be up to who actually joins. Because I have had young kids join my club before, and oh my gosh, they were absolutely the sweetest people ever. But of course, they were children, so I'm gonna be respectful for them as well. I'm gonna be respectful for ages. As far as voices go, and as far as names go as well, there's gonna be another rule that I'm gonna have is to only go by Star Stable names. And I guess since there's so many duplicated Star Stable names, part of me is thinking to only go by last names, but I guess that depends on what everybody's comfortable with, because I did have another Isla in the club before, and it got confusing, especially when she was in the club and the call at the same time, and there were two Islas, and they knew me as Isla as well, but I had them call me by my real name at the time. This time I'm not going to, but of course it's going to be up to them, and it's just going to be up to circumstance as well. Hopefully the numbers will be high enough for me to be able to do this again. I really do want to, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to leave Phoebe. I'm going to leave Twin Apple out here, because this last part of the club, I can't bring her in. It's the clubhouse. This clubhouse has to be one of my favorite things about clubs right now. Look at this place. This is gorgeous. It feels like a castle. And once again, the name for the club is all over here. There are so many chairs to sit in. Awesome. So many chairs to just sit in, have a good chat. And of course, these chairs are for royalty only. So this big chair is going to be mine, since I'm the club owner. And Chrissy is also going to be sitting up here next to me, because it says club leader here. Oh, I actually didn't even look at these. Meeting started. I'm standing in the chair. I hereby decree. Wait, what did it say? I hereby decree this club meeting is open. Okay, so the clubhouse pretty much is supposed to be this huge, massive meeting room. I definitely want to treat it as such. Order. I need a gavel, not just a stack of books. Order in my court! What else? Meeting finished. I hereby decree this club meeting closed. This is actually the first time I'm looking at dialogue like this, so I'm having a little bit of fun. Good work. Oh, round of applause! It would be great if the round of applause wasn't coming from ghosts right now. Just me. Oh no. That was a lot of booing. Why did I stand up in the chair though? I think that's a mistake. If I sit down in it again. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. So this is gonna be my chair mainly, and I want this to be mainly club leaders, since everybody's going to be going up to be club leader, then this can really be anybody. I do want this chair here to my right to be Chrissy's, because as far as club goes, she's going to be my right hand girl. So this is going to be her chair if she is present. If not, anybody can have her chair. That doesn't mean that they have the same responsibilities as she does, but that's going to be her chair. Other than that, this room, I promise you, this room is literally massive. There's not just these chairs on the wall and this massive banquet table. As you can see, there's stairs on either side. There's also these, like smaller tables. Anybody can sit in these. This is more club tables and stuff. And upstairs, there's all of these like balcony spaces with more tables for people to sit at. Has a great view even of down there, so if you go, like if you sit at either table or if you just go to the balcony, anybody can sit here. And there is a limited amount of chairs. Hold on, let me try and count. So excluding my own, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 67, 68, 69. I'm not counting right. I want to say that I lost my way of counting already because I was trying to speed through it. But I do remember there being a cap at some point. I know, right? It is a nice meeting room. I do remember there being a cap at some point for clubs of it being 90. I want to say that there's more than 90 chairs in here, but that's my guesstimate, is that there's 90 chairs in here. My initial use for this room was going to be for club birthday parties. So I have a birthday section in the club Discord server for people to put in their birthdays or to announce that it is their birthday. And on their birthday or on that Saturday, depending on when I can come in or depending on like circumstances and stuff, then this meeting room would be for birthday celebrations. We would all come in, say happy birthday. Depending on if they're club leader, they can sit up here with me, or if they're not, that they can sit in one of these two chairs. I want the birthday player to be up front. But I do want this meeting room to be used for the club. I can't 100% say with certainty, at least for the foreseeable future, that I'm going to be able to do this. Guys, this club, I guarantee you when I first opened it, was my pride and joy. Even if it started as such a tiny thing, I did have a vision for it. And to this day, I still do. And that vision still grows. If Chrissy was here with me right now, she would absolutely agree with me. I do want to bring her in here at some point when I have a bigger following and more attention drawn to a possibility of reopening our club to outside members, to outside players, I guess I should say, to be able to reopen this club, since she's going to be my co-owner, even if I can't exactly make her co-owner in the game. I want her to be able to be involved in the reopening of this club. Problem is, she's probably more busy than I am, and that's saying something. So part of me is thinking I might need to do most of this without her help. However, I do want her word on it. So it's going to be a whole thing where I'm going to be back on stream with her, and we're going to be planning it between the two of us, and we're going to be planning it involving you guys. Everybody is going to have a voice in this. Everybody is going to say what they want in the club, and I absolutely want to hear everybody's opinions. I want everybody to be included. It doesn't matter who you are. I want everybody to have a great time. I want all of us to learn a little bit more about horses. I want us to learn from each other, and I want us to just have the best time riding around the map together. as for right now, the last thing that I'm going to say is that I currently have the title for the stream as Happy Birthday Star Stable. Whoa. Hello. Was not expecting that. I'm just gonna go over here. um, like I was saying, I have the stream title right now as Happy Birthday Star Stable. There was no celebration aside from the sweater. So, I'm gonna change the title after I'm done here. But it is going to be the same stream. I'm going to change the title to, probably this. I'm gonna change it to that. Prop sets and club rules, forgive the mistype there. Prop sets and club rules, I wanted cake. Because that's how I feel right now. I did want to go over club rules at some point. I didn't expect it to be today, but I thought we might as well. And I know that I didn't train up Twin Apple too much, but at least she got up to level 9. Walking a bit gingerly. Could be a stone. I'll look at your hooves in a moment, girl. But I guess, as of now, I know that we're not quite reaching 9 o'clock, but I don't really have anything left to do today. Happy birthday again, Twin Apple. I hope you guys had at least a little bit of fun going over the stuff in the stream. I want to know what you think about the prop sets. I want to know what you think about the club ideas. If you have any more, please let me know. I'm going to post something in my Instagram story as a poll, and I'm going to keep it as a highlight this time because I remember the last stream that I said that I was doing. I remember saying that I was going to pull together answers to the poll that I put up to see if we can put together any ideas as to what that riddle meant, and I didn't get anything. So, oh, good. I'm glad you guys have fun. So the riddle, I don't have any ideas right now, but it was kind of faded away by the time that I even saw it, so I tried to look at it. There was no notifications or anything, so nobody really left anything on it. But as for club ideas, I'm gonna post it tomorrow morning if I can. If not, definitely some point this week. And I'm gonna keep it open. And I want everybody to interact with it, and I'm going to respond to every idea. I'm also going to I'm also going to attach a not gonna lie link to it. It's going to be toward a different Instagram account, but it's still going to be me behind it. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to answer every single idea, and I'm going to keep it all collected in that highlight so that we can always go back to it. Again, this is not just going to be my club, even though I'm going to be leading it. This is going to be our club, but I need to grow a little bit more first. And if you guys really enjoyed it, I want you guys to prove that you did in order to help it grow. So if you haven't already, subscribe, leave a like on the stream, and if you can on Instagram, like I said before, post your ideas about club rules and club dates and everything. I will love to hear your ideas, and I'll post as often as I can on Instagram to gain a little bit more of a following, but I'm not sure if my current schedule is going to allow too much activity. I will do the best I can. In the meantime, I hope you guys, once again, enjoyed this stream. Happy birthday, Twin Apple. And guys, as far as I'm concerned, next week is going to be normal once again. And it looks like instead of having cake, we're going to be, dressing up as medieval times. And until then, I will see you guys next Saturday. Thanks, guys. Good night.